We are on live on the air right now with the beautiful, the talented Gaia Skye. I'm M9ND. You're watching Mind TV where we provoke thoughts and inspire thinking. Gaia, welcome to Mind TV. How you doing today?
Thank you. I'm good. Thank you.
Uh,
How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. So, um, before we get too deep into our conversation, why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself? Where you are, so people get know that we're not just local anymore. We've gone international.
Ye- Well, my name is Gaia Skye, and I live in the Netherlands, Holland, Europe, and I'm an artist. Yeah.
Wow, awesome. So you live in the Netherlands. What kind of artist are you, guy?
Well, do I have to label it? I try to create art that makes people conscious of certain things,
Mm-hmm.
like make them aware of their own beauty, and yeah, just make them aware of things they normally don't think about.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So you do obviously, like, I've seen some of Gaia's stuff. I'm just really just letting her give you guys some of the information that I already know. But she's a very very talented visual artist. Like, her stuff is off the chain. How long have you been drawing or painting, or what do you what how do you call what you do? Is it just, I don't want to minimalize it by just saying it's drawing
Mhm.
or painting, because I don't really know, if there's a difference. Is there a difference between drawing and painting?
There is a difference, yeah, because it's just two different things. What I would like to call myself is a mixed media artist.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and why is because I really don't like labels, I don't like boxes. Um, by calling myself a mixed media artist, it means that I'm free in doing whatever I want to do and creating
Mm.
whatever I want to create.
Awesome.
So yeah, today it can be on a canvas, tomorrow it can be a cap or something else.
Mm-hmm.
I just, yeah, create whatever I feel.
And how long have you been creating your feelings? How long have you been doing that? How many years of life craftsmanship have you put in?
Um, for as long as I can remember.
Oh, really?
Actually, yeah, it always was something that I was creating. I started um, with creating like cakes. That's what I first started with,
Cakes?
and cakes, yeah, like versus, yeah, just
That's
cakes, like
dope.
small cakes.
That is so
I
dope.
made like, yeah, Jordans. That's what I made once, like a Jordan shoe, but a cake, like a birthday cake.
I once got a
Um,
birthday cake. Not to cut your story, I once got a birthday cake that was made in the shape of a video camera. It was the most awesome thing. I was like, I didn't even know people could do stuff like that. It was in the
yeah.
shape of a video camera, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. So you
Mm.
made sneakers. What else did you make as cakes?
Well, that reminds me, I made a ghetto blaster
Okay.
that worked. So the music was playing out of it. It was a birthday gift for a
Mm,
producer.
mm,
So yeah.
mm. Oh, wow. So you like being
Mm.
an artist?
Sorry,
Do you like being an artist?
I do. Yeah, I really do because it's like a tool for me to express what I feel, what I
Mm-hmm.
think.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah,
And
it's just my
it's an outlet, it's a creative outlet, it's a way that release and just like it's all. I used to say it's therapeutic for me.
yeah,
It's definitely kept me from being a drug addict or something crazy. Because
exact,
all the thoughts that be flying through my head, I probably should be considered crazy.
exactly. Yeah.
So where do you get your inspiration from?
I get my inspiration in just random things I see.
Mm-hmm.
My main inspiration is like the black woman, the goddess.
Yes.
Um, that inspires me so much because it's versatile. You there is no woman that is the same, and she just inspires me a lot.
Yes.
Um, I get my inspiration from culture, different cultures, history. things that happen around us in the world. You
Yes.
know,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So you look at what's going on, and you get a vibe, and then what do you do? What how does the inspiration turn into your the pieces that you put together? How does it how does it what's the alchemy? Describe the alchemy, the process.
Um, well, I see something like, for example, you send me some of your work.
Mm-hmm.
I read it and I just get an image
In your
in my
head.
head,
Okay.
and yeah, I just get an image, I get a vibe, I get a feeling, and I just start, and it can start with just one thing and end up, a canvas full of different things.
Mm-hmm.
But I just like see a vision in front of me, and I try to um, translate it in my own, I could say, language, because like art is my language.
Yes.
I try to explain it in my own language.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So so
So
so so when you trying to like do this stuff, when you taking yourself through the process of creating, how long do you feel like you sometimes feel like sometimes I'm outside, right? And I may be
mm-hmm.
somewhere where I don't have a pen or something to write something down, and a thought strikes me like a very powerful thought, inspiration. And I'm like, oh my God,
Mm-hmm.
I have to write this down. I have to, and then sometimes because I don't have the pen, I try to remember it. But then
Yeah.
somebody comes in a conversation, and before you know it, your mind has been taken down like the rabbit hole and back up and all over the place.
Yeah.
And you like, man, I lost it. How about how long
Mm-hmm.
do the images stay with you? Those powerful images that you remember to put down.
um they may, maybe they will leave me, and I will dream something, or I will see something, and they will come back, so they're
They're all,
like in an archive somewhere
yeah.
behind in my head, like
Yes.
keeping them. Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
dope. I like the way you put that. It's like an archive. it just
Yeah,
find
I
it
store
just
them.
yeah, it just file it away and just say, all right, I'm ready for you again. Oh wow. So
Yeah.
is this a profession for you? Do you make money from it, from your art, from the stuff you create?
Since recently I officially started as a business in February. I have been creating art for businesses or just individuals for years, but never as a professional business.
Mm-hmm.
So since February, I have been an official, like a registered business,
Oh
and
wow.
I'm starting to make money off it.
That's awesome. What's the name of your business?
Yes, Skye.
Sky?
That's the name. Gaia Skye. That's the
Gaia
name of the
Sky.
brand.
Wow. I
Yeah.
love that name, and I told you that. Why don't you tell us what does that name mean? What's the meaning behind Gaia Sky? Is there a meaning?
There is a meaning. Gaia just means earth,
Mm-hmm.
and sky means heaven.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it's who I am. I have both feet on the floor, but still I'm a spiritual person. My head is way up there. So yeah, it's balance.
Yeah.
That's what it means.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
dope.
it's
That's
Mother
dope.
Nature.
Heaven and earth
Yep.
in one
Yeah.
person. Foundation, the solid ground and the spiritual, planes. That's dope. I like that. So
Yeah.
so now that you have Gaia Sky up and running since February, do you do a
Mhm.
lot of galleries and showings and things like that?
I'm starting with those things. What I've done now is basically just online, try to promote my art.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've told you, where I am from, because I basically a lot of my art is Black conscious art,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really sad, but where I am from, blacks are not as supportive of each other as we should.
Okay.
So it's difficult for me to market, what I'm doing over here. I
Mm-hmm.
see that a lot of my art sells outside of Holland or outside of Europe.
Oh wow.
So basically online, I've been trying to promote it online and show it to the people.
That's awesome. As a collective, what would you say your total body of work? How do you submit it now? About how much pieces have you done? And is it in different categories? Like, you know.
Uh, I think about maybe 300 pieces.
Wow, that I mean, and how long does it take to creatively do 300 pieces? How many years is that? How many months?
Oh, the 300 pieces I have right now or of the past 6 months?
Oh, you've done 306 in 6 months.
Yes.
So altogether, you probably have thousands. Then you've done thousands.
I have no idea. I really have no idea because I don't just create on paper. I also
Hmm.
like the snapback cap I was talking about.
Yes.
I create on whatever, whatever I
Yeah.
can get my hands on, whatever can hold paint. That's
Yeah.
what I try, to create on.
Okay.
So yeah,
Wow.
about yeah. I just, and it's something I do constantly, like daily. I'm constantly creating something. Like you said, what do you do if you don't have a pencil with you and a notepad? I always have a pencil with me. I always have a notepad with me. So I
Exactly.
can always do something. Yeah.
Wow. Do you ever What's the most abstract thing that you think that you've done?
Um, there is a painting. I can send you a picture of it.
Oh wow.
Um, it's the universe, and I think you wanted to see what light looks like coming out of
Darkness.
uh, darkness,
Yeah.
and for me that is the representation of light coming out of darkness because it's the universe, the sky.
Yes.
You see
Yes.
stars and everything,
Yes.
and then there is a man. Um, he has dreadlocks, and the dreadlocks are just flying into the thin air. So to me, we are light.
Wow.
We are light. I mean, we come out of darkness. So
Mm-hmm.
to me, that is the representation, and that is my most
Abstract.
the piece where I'm most proud of.
Oh wow. I would love to see that. I haven't seen that one yet, and
Oh,
I would love to see that. So, have you sold anything to magazines or anybody famous? You know, anything
not
like
yet.
that? Not yet.
Not No, not yet. But we're getting there.
Well, we know it's
Yeah.
coming. It's on its way. Y'all need to check this sister out, man. She is totally the real deal. I mean, her stuff is off the chain. Um, I don't know. You know, for me, I write a lot, and I have all these ideas in my head, and I see images too, but I don't have the talent. I haven't developed that talent to put it on paper like you have. And so I'm always intrigued by people who can visually translate, you know, what they feel, and you know, it's saying because it's such a powerful thing. I think the Chinese said there's a Chinese proverb that says a picture is worth 10,000 words. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So I've always wanted to know someone who could make me see what my words look like. And that's one of the things that intrigued me about you is when I put that proposition to you, you drew that thing so fast. I mean,
Yeah.
wow, is that how it works? It doesn't take you any time at all.
It's like my mind explodes. I just need to get it on paper and as
Hmm.
soon as possible because if I don't, I kind of get restless.
Hmm.
So yeah, as soon as I hear something or I get inspiration, I need to let it out because otherwise I'm just energized and yeah.
So have you always been like that guy? Have you always been like that person, that kind of artistic talent from you were little growing up, or is that something that you came into as you got older?
um, as long as I can remember, I have been this way. Yeah.
Wow.
I used to write as well, like
Mm-hmm.
stories
Mm-hmm.
and poems.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I was about 3 years old and I wanted to learn how to read and write.
Mm-hmm.
So I just taught myself and I started to write stories. And from the stories came drawing, and from drawing came whatever came my way. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So what is next for you? What is what would you like your to be remembered as, because I feel like each one of us as the artist, we have a trademark. We have something that's a signature. We have our own signature, our own style. Just like, everybody has their own unique fingerprint. We have our own style.
Hmm.
What is your style? How do you, how do you define what you do?
How do I define what I do?
I don't want to, not for the sake of labeling you, but just to understand how you encapsulate it all.
Yeah. Wow. I just try, I just try to look for the beauty in things.
Mm-hmm.
And if I want to be labeled as something, I think I want to be labeled as someone that makes you think. Somebody one that um, activates your mind, because that's what I try to do in my art. It may be controversial to some people. It may be um, not, it may be not, it may be, it won't be something that you expect, but that's what I want. I want people to be like, okay, what is she trying to say? And, just trigger their mind. So, yeah.
You don't know, like I'm smiling like crazy because that is like so profound, and I like people who are thinkers, because I define myself as a thinker. I say I'm
Hmm.
a thinker. I'm one who inspires others to think about things they weren't even thinking about thinking. And so to hear you say that is so powerful and so beautiful, because we have this talent. You have this marvelous talent, and in what you're
Hmm.
trying to do is to provoke thought with it, and that's just, I think that's beautiful. I think that's
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah, that's
I
absolutely
believe
beautiful.
I cannot change people. I cannot tell people what to think and how
Mhm.
they should see the world and what they should do. And I think that is what the media does to us.
Mhm.
They tell us how to think, what to think, and
Mhm.
how to do our things.
Yeah.
And I believe we cannot change people, but we can give them food, to look different at things and
Yeah. You
to
give.
give them another perspective.
Yeah, you can give them
So
the keys to unlock their own, like, um, blindness. Even I would even say blindness, because sometimes it's self-inflicted. You close your eyes when everything is right in front of you, and in it,
exactly.
when you can use a picture or a poem or a song or whatever you use to say, look,
Mhm.
here's your eyes, see again, look at this.
Yeah,
It,
yeah,
it's absolutely profound, because it's like planting ideas, what I mean. And once an idea takes root, there's no stopping it. There's no stopping it. So
exactly.
that's
Yeah.
powerful. What else besides the art? I mean, there's the artist. Tell us
Hmm.
about the person. Who, what do you like to do? What kind of, what else do you do besides your art? Who's Gaia, the person?
Gaia the person. Well, I'm somebody that tries to enjoy every moment of life,
Mm-hmm.
to experience every moment of life.
Mm-hmm.
And I just do that through, well, obviously through my art,
Mm-hmm.
but also just to being who I am, and, not trying to be something else, or trying to adjust myself,
There you go.
adjust myself to please people, or
Mm-hmm.
how would you say? But I just try to be me, and I try to, obviously what I do besides art is like I kind of counsel young women
Mm-hmm.
into finding themselves
Mm-hmm.
and helping them get back to their original self.
Mm-hmm.
And the best way of doing that is being an example of how to enjoy life and enjoy it to the fullest. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Okay, so
that's why.
do you go to the movies? Do you go out to the club? What do you do for fun? Like, what are some of the fun things
I,
that you enjoy doing?
I'm not a
Do
party
you
girl.
bungee jump?
Sorry,
Do you bungee jump?
I did once.
You did. Oh my god.
I did once. I like things that are like snowboarding or
Okay.
bungee jumping, things that are different. But what do I do for fun? I love to go to the movies. I'm not a party girl. I do go out, but once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I love having good conversation with creative people and good friends,
Mm-hmm.
enjoy their company.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome. I
Mm-hmm.
went to the movies this past weekend actually. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I saw the last. What was the name? I saw this movie called Eyes in the Sky. It was pretty interesting. It was about how they use the drones to execute military missions
Yeah.
and just weighing the decision making process when human life is in the balance. And I thought that
Yeah.
was really really interesting. What's the last movie you see?
The last movie I saw was what was the last movie? Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Oh wow, you like animations too? Okay, that's cool. Have you thought about doing animations? Have you ever done anything like that?
No, I've done a coloring book. Don't think that is in the same category, but I have some ideas. Only my thing is that yeah, I have some ideas. I just need to work them out still.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Are you technically astute to execute like some kind of digital creation with your artistic talent? Do you have one of those? Because I always see some certain graphic artists, they have a flat tablet and they're
Yeah,
drawing on it with like a pen or something. Can
yeah.
you is that something that you're able to do as well?
I have since I think since like 2 months now. I have a tablet,
Mm-hmm.
an iPad,
Yeah.
and I started doing it because I see that everything is digital nowadays. So
Oh yes.
you need, you need to evolve. You need to, you need to grow. So
Yeah, you do.
I'm, yeah.
You definitely
So I'm
do.
not.
I mean, like that's something that I think that is gonna take like a lot of the stuff that we've done, like
Mm-hmm.
stuff that you've done like years ago, and you can revitalize them. You know what I mean,
Yeah.
digitally, and then like to share them with the whole world. Because like to have a big canvas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to ship it to this person, you could just digitize it now, and you can show it to me right here. You can show it to somebody in Japan. You can show it anywhere, and people get a chance to see everything that you're doing. Do you have a website? Is there a presence that people can go to online to see some of your stuff?
Yeah. My Facebook page is up to date.
Okay,
My website is still under construction, but it should be up this
shortly.
week.
Okay, and what is the name of your website?
GaiaSky.com.
GaiaSky.com. So I'll put that in the description for you guys. So make sure you check that out. GaiaSky.com. Well, Gaia, this has been a very, 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 very good little talk with you. Um, Tell us about Europe, about the Netherlands, where you at. What's like in the Netherlands? I mean, you talked earlier a little bit about the lack of support from the community there. Tell us a little bit about the what part of the Netherlands are you in specifically?
I live in Almere, and that's like 10 minutes from Amsterdam. So yeah,
Okay,
it's not that far from Amsterdam.
wow,
Yeah.
Amsterdam. Everybody hears Amsterdam, and the first thing they all thinking is weed.
Yep.
I've been
It's
there twice.
legal.
I've been to Amsterdam twice, and I must tell you, I had a great time both times I was there. I came there
Hmm.
for a writing conference, and I got to visit some of the the I guess the places that everybody that would go to visit. I went down to of
Hmm.
course down to the red light district and all that, which you know Amsterdam has to be much much more than that. And as someone that's there, that's what I'm saying. What else is the life like out there? I mean, everybody knows, everybody comes there for the obvious tourist
Hmm.
things, but what else is what is goes on in that city?
Yeah. Well, actually, I grew up in Amsterdam,
Hmm.
and yeah, what I love the most of Amsterdam is that where I used to live, there are like in one apartment block you would have like 64 different cultures.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that you have different people from Africa, Ghana, Kenya, um, from South America, from the Caribbean, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so what I love the most is that I grew up with people from different countries,
Different.
like from all over the world.
So
And
it's like a lot of people come from everywhere, and they live there, or they just
yeah,
passing through.
yeah, they live there, and it's yeah, it's to see it as well. It's just, it's awesome. The thing I love is that the youth from nowadays, the new
Mm-hmm.
generation,
Mm-hmm.
because they are living amongst so many different cultures and so many different languages,
Mm-hmm.
they created their own. Like they speak their own language. They created like their own street slang, but combined with all the languages from all
Mm-hmm.
over the world. So
Oh, that's
what
awesome.
I really love, yeah, I really love that it's so versatile and that all colors,
All
you can
different,
see all colors.
all different kinds of people. So, um,
Like,
what's the music culture there like? Is hip hop big there? Is reggae big there? What kind of music do people like? You know, what kind of festivals and different things do you go to? What type?
yeah.
What? How is the holiday system there set up? Because here now we're in spring. Um,
hmm
Summer's coming up. How is it set up for what's the all of that? What time of year is it for you now? Is it still
We're in
is spring?
springtime.
Okay,
Springtime.
okay.
hmm
So it's spring
Yeah.
there.
It's. hmm
Okay, that's awesome. And what's your summers like? I remember you saying something like 2 days of sun, but what's your summers like?
It's a lot of rain. It's always raining. Even now it's supposed to be like springtime. Sometimes it feels like it's fall. Because it's windy and it's always raining. So our summers, we are lucky if we can enjoy one full week of
Of sun.
warm weather.
So
But most of the time,
is there a lot of are there a lot of trees in Amsterdam and in the Netherlands and that part of the world?
yeah, where I'm living, it's like I said, it's just outside of Amsterdam, and it's a very nature-rich, environment. We have a
Mm.
lot of forests, nature parks. It's really, it's green, very green.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
wow.
hmm
So hence all the rain. It's like you're living in a rainforest.
It is, but the thing is, where I live, it's the funny thing is, it used to be sea, so
Okay.
it's a built city. And we have like the dams to keep the water out and everything. Well, if we wouldn't have the dams and it would start raining, this place would be, we're like 10, I don't know how you measure it, but we like 10 below the water level.
10.
So
Oh wow,
so that means that if we wouldn't have the dams, we would be flooded. Yeah,
completely. Have you?
completely.
Are there a lot of floodings there that happen?
Well, there used to be, but because we are so experienced in water management,
Mm-hmm.
um, it's just they got a system that it works, and
Oh,
we,
that's
we maybe have a little bit of floods, like a few centimeters, but
yeah.
nothing major. Yeah.
That's
hmm
scary.
Yeah.
That has to be very scary. I mean, especially when you hear all this talk about how the planet is warming up now and the sea levels are set to rise. How
Yeah.
much higher over the next couple of years. So
hmm
yeah, the Netherlands, the Dutch, they are the masters of the water indeed. Like they the boat building and all of that. So, the country just recently went through a very very terrible situation with the was it a bombing in the airport and the subway. Is that
Yeah.
this that's is that close to where you were at?
It was actually in Belgium, but Belgium is like a neighbor country to us.
Oh,
So
so Belgium, yeah, Belgium is separate. You're in the Netherlands. You're not in Belgium. Okay, got you, got you, got
yeah,
you. I don't know why I thought
yeah.
you was in Belgium. at one point?
because I posted something. It was my birthday, and I was traveling. I was on my way to Belgium, so that's why I
Oh.
think that's the mix up.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I thought I was like, man, I hope you're all right. So you were good, and you were traveling. So what's the mood of everybody now? Is everybody, kind of back to normal, or people still on the, the edge?
Um, there are two different groups of people. You have the people that are afraid of everything and try, make a drama out of everything, and they are still, avoiding places and everything. And then you have the people that understand that most of it is propaganda.
Mm-hmm.
They show us something different in the news than what is actually happening.
Oh, okay,
And so there are two camps of people.
got you. What can't
Yeah,
where do you fall? What
I'm
camp
not
are you
afraid.
in? I'm not afraid.
No, because
I like that.
it's a it can be a long political discussion, but
Mm.
you reap what you sow, and
There you go. There you go.
yeah,
So you're not afraid, and you just understand that life is to be lived. Not
exactly,
not you
yeah,
can't. People are trying to save something that they're gonna lose.
exactly,
You gotta live
yeah,
it. You gotta experience life, and yeah.
yeah,
Well, I don't know. I mean, here everything is kind of always, there's always some kind of propaganda going on. It seems
mm-hmm,
in the world, especially around when politics is involved, because especially the politicians now running, everything
mm-hmm,
becomes so heavily politicized, where if they can scare you to making you vote for them, that's what they're gonna do. You know what I mean? If
yeah,
if if if
mm,
making you fearless is gonna help them to win, then that's what they'll do.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So I don't know.
fair,
You just kind of figure that most of this is all about programming and trying to control the way you feel and how you think about yourself and about the world you live in. But
vibration.
I don't know. I think the world, you can look at it as either it's getting better or it's getting worse. How do you see it?
Um, it depends on which way you look at it. I think we're getting better because it needs to get worse before it can get better. And it's like giving birth, to a
Mm-hmm.
child. You need the
Mm-hmm.
pain to get something beautiful out of it. So you will have the people that will understand and they will grow, and they will
Yeah.
like they will get the plan. And there are those, like I said, that are afraid and just traumatize everything and make a drama out of it and everything. So
Mm-hmm.
I believe we're getting better.
I like that. You are an optimist. I love that. I believe it's getting better as well. I think that things are very bad as they are. So
Mm-hmm.
it's gotten so bad that it has to be brought back into balance. So balance,
Yeah,
when things are gonna get better, sometimes it's gonna be unpleasant. It has
exactly.
to, it's got to be unpleasant, because like the way you're living, what we're living is unpleasant. We're not breathing clean air, we're not drinking
Mm-hmm.
clean water, the food ain't food no more. All the division and all the lies, and the different things that's been done and that is being done on this planet to human life
Mm-hmm.
and other life, not just human, but to human life, plant life, animal life. The balance that has to bring us all back to
Mm-hmm.
where nature needs us to be, so we can be here for another, life cycle or whatever.
Yeah,
It's gonna result in a lot of things that's gonna be shifted around and changed up, because as it is right now, it's a mess. It's a
it
mess.
is.
And yesterday I posted something. I said we are the repairing.
Mm-hmm.
So we keep so we are reappearing. And the repairing that needs to take place is going to have to take it has to be done by us. So that's why
Exactly.
we're here. That's why an
Yeah,
artist like you is here, to bring that inspiration, to share back with people, the things that they can feel good about themselves, and to think different about things, and, to look at the world in,
mm,
in another light, not just a dark, doomed place. Because if that's
exactly.
how we all see it and we resign to that, then we might as well all just, jump off the cliff now. But
Exactly. Yeah.
Like you said earlier, we are lights, and as the light, you are shining, and you're helping to
Exactly.
make somebody's life a little brighter. And so, I
Hmm.
applaud you, I appreciate you, I thank you for what you do. I haven't seen all of your stuff yet, but from what I've seen so far, I know that you are the definite real thing. So, Gaia Skye, everybody. Wish you could give her a bigger round of applause, but thank you, Queen. Thank you so much. Any
Bro, thank you.
anything that you want to say, any advice you want to give to even like maybe a young artist that's starting up? I know it's kind of cliche. Everybody always asks that question. What kind of
Yeah.
advice would you give to someone who is starting out and wants to pursue a career as a graphic or a visual artist?
Well, it's an advice I want to give basically to everybody. Be yourself because that's what the world needs. Your authentic self.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be whatever other people want you to be. Be yourself because, who you are is an expression of your soul. And that is what we need to repair this world. We need you as an individual, your input. That's what we need. So, my advice is be you and, be you as best as you can be.
You said I just love listening to you speak. I'm not even gonna lie. I love you. You say some powerful things, and I'm sure you're cognizant of it all. Um, I would love to see you draw pain. You talked about it a while ago, and I just was seeing it, but I didn't know how to describe it. And I would love to
Hmm.
see, like you was talking about the pain of the giving birth. You need the
Hmm.
pain. Is that some?
Yeah.
Can you visualize that?
How do you mean?
Can you visualize? Can you see that as a painting? Not as some grimace on someone's face, but how would you
Yeah.
like if you was to draw pain,
Hmm.
just to draw that pain that gives birth to something beautiful.
I think I did it in I call her Empress Sankofa.
Oh wow.
Um, what I try to do is it's an expression in the eyes, and
Mhm.
I've asked some people to look at it,
Mhm.
and they're automatically drawn to her eyes, and they like feel her. They feel that she's been through things. And it's a painting we are talking about, but people feel that she has been through things, and that's what I try to put an energy in things. Like I can't describe it. It's the energy that goes into it, and people pick up to that. So.
That's deep. The next thing I heard you say a while ago, which was so powerful, it's still ringing in my cells, is
Hmm.
you are an expression of your soul. How would
Yeah.
you visualize that? An expression of my soul. I have a poem, right? And I'm gonna send it to you. It's called
Hmm.
"Living the Poem."
Hmm.
Living the poem, and it's basically saying that, you are the poem, you are the
Hmm.
poetry, but your
Yeah.
your your poetry is not written down in a book or performed on a stage. It's you're
Hmm.
writing it as you live it.
Exactly.
You know,
Mm.
isn't that beautiful?
It is. It's wonderful, and I think if we grasp that concept,
Mm-hmm.
um, we take so much authority over our lives,
Mm-hmm.
and we break, the programming or the control they have over us,
Mm-hmm.
because like we are the writers, and the good thing about it is that the story I wrote yesterday, I
Mm-hmm.
don't need to stick to that story. I can change it today again because,
Mm-hmm.
like, we evolve, we change, and
Mm-hmm.
whom I was yesterday, I am not today. So my story yesterday, it doesn't
It doesn't
serve me
yeah,
anymore.
it doesn't dictate who you are today, or I mean it
Exactly.
doesn't
So
dictate what you can become. You know what I mean?
that
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
So we
powerful.
we can rewrite, recreate, we can do whatever we want to our lives.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what serves us at this moment. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, that's very powerful, Gaia. Very powerful. I mean, I really enjoy this conversation. But we're gonna cut it here for now. Is there anything else that you want to share with the audience before we part? I know it's probably around like 2 o'clock in the morning over there your time, or is it just after 12?
I think it's to 1 now.
Oh
Almost one
wow,
o'clock.
almost 1 o'clock. Well, you want to thank you so much for your time. This was a lot of fun. We got to do this again. Let's definitely do this again,
Yes.
and hopefully we'll have our setup and everything more, appropriately
Mm-hmm.
configured. So You know, if it's a little, you know, we call it the video is a little staggered. It's because the
Mm-hmm.
connection is not that good, people. But you know, we hear you very well, and you know, at least we could see you, and we're happy that you joined us tonight. So thank you again, and again,
You.
make sure y'all subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Hit it a million times. You go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We need people to subscribe. Gaia, thank you, and you have a beautiful, beautiful night. And I guess we'll talk in the lights.
Yes, thank you.
All
Have a
right.
nice day.
All right. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye bye.